Sound should be good. Well, hey folks, we're here. Just a minute or two late, so we actually did pretty good today. There's always some sort of technical difficulty. So today we're talking about some Disney news. Let me move Tia over just a scotch so she's a little bit more centered. There we go. All right. If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up in the chat. That would be fantastic. All right. What do we got today? We're going to turn on our ticker. Boop. There's what we're doing today. Disney news for the week of May 28th through June 3rd. Hoo-wee. So, what's first on the agenda, Tia?
Run Disney!
Can you move the mic closer here?
Run Disney's Princess Half Marathon weekend themes were revealed. Does Brandon have pictures?
I do. Hold on just a moment. And we're going to get these. Get my toolbars up here. Menu bar. No, I want the menu bar to be there. Thank you very much.
It is Princess Half Marathon weekend. So the themes are princesses. I believe the 5K was Ariel. They're coming.
They're coming. Just keep talking.
They're coming. The 10K is Rapunzel. And the half marathon is Tiana. What was I'm not sure what the challenge was.
There we go. And go.
I was a little underwhelmed with these. The designs, they're fine. But I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm signing up for that because that medal's going to be amazing. They're just meh. So here's Ariel for the 5K and Rapunzel for the 10K and Tiana for the half. Is there a challenge?
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Frozen is the challenge.
Anna and Elsa.
The way that we typically do, whenever we do a lot of Run Disney stuff. And the way that we typically do Run Disney is if we like the theming, then we're more apt to sign up. But we looked at these, and if this is typically the pictures that they show here are what the medals are going to look like, at least for the most part. And I don't like these at all. And I'm not really a huge fan of the Princess Half Marathon weekend anyway. Like I think last year when we did it.
Yeah, we did do it last year.
I think we just did the 5K.
We did here's my mug from last year. We did the Cinderella 5K from last year.
But usually when we do it, we say, what do the things look like? And then we end up doing what we choose to do. We both agreed 100% that we don't really care for the theming this year. So we chose we're not going to sign up. Now, when do signups happen? That's the question.
I believe general public is June 21st.
Where's it at here?
I believe.
Let's see. I don't know why I didn't have that ready for.
I don't know why you didn't either. It's a Tuesday, so it's either the 20th or 21st.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so Club Run Disney get to Gold and Platinum members get to sign up on June 13th, and then general registration begins on June 20th. So that still gives you a couple of weeks. If you want to do it, it's coming. And the virtual races, if you choose to do those and not actually do them in person, are on June 23rd. That's a completely different registration, so you won't have to worry about anything. To give you a little heads up, the best way to do this is not to rely on your clock whenever you're hitting refresh to get into the virtual queue, because there always will be one. You need to be, I think registration usually opens at 10. And then you get put in a virtual queue, but usually the virtual queue opens about 15 minutes, sometimes more early. You just need to start hitting refresh on your screen like the Big Bang Theory guys trying to get Comic-Con tickets. Refresh, 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 refresh. Learn your keystrokes on your keyboard. Refresh, 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 refresh. And then you'll get put in the virtual queue for the last, 2 races. The Wine and Dine for 2023, and I didn't sign up for the sign up for marathon weekend, but I was doing it just to see if I could get in. I got right in. Like, I was at the beginning of the virtual queue, and I was in within like 15 minutes, I think. So you just don't watch your clock, watch your fingers. Just start refreshing, and you should be good. And get in early, and then you won't have to worry about anything selling out. Okay. Anything else about the Wine and Dine or the Princess Half Marathon?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
Okay. So now, any comments here? Let's see. Matthew says, can't you just sign up for the medals? No, you cannot just sign up for them. You can do the virtual runs and get the medals. However, you're also still paying $100 and something for these virtual races. Like, I don't know how much they are.
Yeah, they're only slightly cheaper. I think the virtuals are typically somewhere around $80 to $90 for the 5K, and the in-person is usually about $105 or $110.
Yeah,
for the
versus
5K.
Versus like the in-person races are. We're talking for the 5K is like 100 and some change.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said the virtual races. No, I meant the in-person races.
I know. They're like 100.
Oh, but what are the virtual races?
Like 80 to 90.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can, but you're still paying out the butt for it. Megan says, I'd do the Rapunzel one. Megan, but will you? We keep trying to get Megan to do a race with us. So one day we're going to sign up. Hey, the Springtime Surprise is coming up also. The registration for that will be coming up sometime after June 20th. So
I think it may be in August. So maybe sometime in July they should release the theming. So we'll let you know if we're signing up for that or not.
And if we sign up for that, we can sign you up so you can get my fast fingers to sign you up, and then I could just add it to your account. So there's always that option. Matthew says the running part is a lot of work. Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong. However, there are a lot of people that sign up to just walk.
Yeah.
And some people walk every single race. They'll sign up for a challenge and they'll run the 5, the 10, the half, and the full marathon walking
the whole thing. I feel like I need to run it. That's just me. But I mean, I'll pass people that are walking, and some people speed walk. So there's always those options. Just make sure if you do like the 10K or higher that you are faster than the balloon ladies.
Yes.
Because the balloon ladies, if they come in front of you, then you will get picked up and thrown in the bus.
And that means that you need to be walking at about a 16-minute pace.
Yeah. So if you can do that, you should be good. All right. Any more comments? I don't see anything. Okay. Our next topic is, so this one right here. Memorial Day at the parks this week was surprisingly quiet. So Monday, right? Monday. We were at Hollywood Studios. I was about to say MGM because it's always going to be MGM to me. We were at Hollywood Studios on Monday, and it was basically dead. I mean, you could get your pictures and there was nothing behind you. I don't think I have any pictures of it, but the wait times, like we were able to ride Tower of Terror. It was a 30-minute wait. I've never seen Tower of Terror in the middle of a day be a 30-minute wait. Then we did the single rider line for the Aerosmith ride, Rock and Roller Coaster. We did the single rider, but the regular line was only like 35 minutes. It took us like 13 minutes to do the single rider line. Rise of the Resistance. I rode Rise of the Resistance 2 times in a row, and I have a video of literally speed walking through the entire queue line, which took me 3 minutes and 6 seconds. That's how long it took to walk from the entrance to the start of the ride at Rise of the Resistance. A ride that's typically over an hour, sometimes over an hour and a half, but a lot of times we're looking at 3 and 4 hour waits because it always breaks down and the whatnot. So I was able to ride it twice in a row within like the last 30 minutes of the park being open. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Memorial Day itself wasn't that bad, but
Right.
apparently the day after, Tuesday, I know at least Magic Kingdom was sold out, meaning all reservations were booked. So I guess everybody was anticipating the holiday being busy, and so they tried to wait, and everybody had the same idea, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like. So if you were there, give us your experiences of Memorial Day weekend. I would like to see if we weren't at Magic Kingdom. We only were at Hollywood Studios. Animal Kingdom, I've heard, was pretty dead as well. I'm assuming Magic Kingdom was probably the most busy of all of them, but I've heard that wasn't even that busy either. So let's see.
Excuse me.
How was our trip? Megan, are you asking us how our trip was, or are you talking to somebody in the comments? Our trip, we're going to talk about that at the end, I think. I think we're going to talk about a little bit of our trip at the end, but it was good. It was very nice. It was, the weather was nice, and it only got a little weathery on the last day, and that even was kind of like at the end of the day, and it didn't even do a lot of stuff. So. Oh, she said, yes, your trip. And Carol says, whoa. I'm assuming you're saying whoa to the wait lines, right? Okay, so the next thing is character breakfast returns to Garden Grill in the Magic Kingdom. It has not returned yet, but it is returning.
I believe on June 14th is when it opens back for breakfast, but reservations are currently open. And I may or may not have booked one.
I did see that. I was just scrolling through my email, and I'm like, hey, that says the Garden Grill.
Well, when I found out that it was reopening for breakfast, I misread, I believe, what Disney Food Blog had posted on their Instagram. And I thought it was already going to be open for this past trip that we went on. And I was very disappointed because I wanted to try it for breakfast because we've never been there for breakfast.
Yeah, it doesn't say here.
But it in fact is opened, I believe, June 14th.
So just a few more days.
Reservations are now available.
Yeah, do you remember when reservations opened up?
No.
Okay. It is a character dining, so it's character dining for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there has been no breakfast, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
they've been open for, I believe, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, and that's also character. So you're paying $42 per person for adults, $27 for children, and it includes Chippendale's Harvest Feast, cinnamon breakfast loaf, smoked bacon, fresh fruit, grilled flank steak, and ranchero sauce. See, that sounds good to me. Scrambled eggs, Mickey-shaped waffles with syrup, and cheesy potato casserole. See, now the cheesy potato casserole just sounds fantastic.
It does. And you get to see Mickey, Chippendale, and Pluto.
Pluto, yeah. So Minnie's not there, right? I wish it would actually say up here who's
but
there.
Mickey Mouse and his overalls makes up for everything. Yeah,
it is pretty adorable. Now, we've eaten, I think we ate lunch or dinner there. It's the same thing for lunch and dinner, but we've done that before. And the food, it's always been the same food. So you know what it is if you've ever been there. But we've never had breakfast. And Tia said, I always wanted to eat breakfast there. So we need to sign up. And I looked on the thing and I was like, hey, they're open. And then it was like, nope, they're not open until after our trip was over. So I was all excited, and then it didn't happen.
But we are potentially going back at the end of June, beginning of July.
Because our anniversary is at the end of June. And we have to celebrate.
So I went ahead and just booked one just in case.
We will reenact our honeymoon, which was 2 weeks at Disney World.
And we're smush it down to like 2 days.
Yeah. Okay, so what is next? Anything? Nope, no comments. Okay. The next thing is, here we go. Now we're getting to big news. The Disney dining plan, their return has been announced. I don't have a link for it. However,
it's when you book a Disney package, meaning room and tickets, on January 9th or after. So your arrival is January 9th or after.
Where's the rest of the paper?
I don't know. He didn't put any more papers there.
Here it is. Sorry. Well, that's some of it. Well, there it is. We'll just go with that. Apparently I didn't get all of my papers. So anyway, okay. Go ahead, talk. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was trying to.
I was all verklempt because I didn't have all my paperwork.
So if you book a Disney package, room and tickets, January 9th arrival or after 2024, then you can opt in for the dining plan if you like. You have two options. One is the quick service. You get a resort refillable mug, 2 quick service meals, and 1 snack. And this is all per person per night of your stay. Or you can choose the standard dining plan, which is 1 table service, 1 quick service, a snack, and a refillable mug per person per night of your stay. That's a lot of food, y'all. If you've never eaten on a dining plan before, pre-COVID, when they used to exist, that is a lot of food. I guess if you're kind of doing open to close park days, like if you're eating actual breakfast and then, lunch or dinner, then it would probably be okay. But a lot of times it's just us. And we're not big breakfast eaters most of the time anyway. We tend to not eat until about lunchtime anyway. So trying to fit in 2 quick service meals and a snack before going to bed, that's a lot of food. Like the last time we got a dining plan, we just felt like we were constantly eating. So it works for some people, not so great for others.
Now, the pricing, I'm trying to find the pricing. Hopefully it'll pop up somewhere in here. That is not what I wanted to see. Okay.
I was kind of like mock adding a trip this morning, and I think for 5 nights it added about, I think it was somewhere around $950 to the package.
Yeah, it's like $56 per person for adults for the quick service dining plan, and it's like $96 for the standard, with the table service meal dining plan.
Yeah.
So,
and some of your table services, you have to use two of your credits, and you can mix and match your credits throughout your trip however you want to, because they'll just load, the whole chunk of credits. And if you wanted to eat 4 quick service meals in one day, you can do that.
Yeah, it's just
you just may not have anything left over by the end of your trip.
Yeah, a lot of people get confused because they say, "Oh, well, you have this much per day," but it only breaks down to this much per day. Yeah. You can use every single one of those things in one day if you want, and you have nothing for the rest of your trip.
Yeah, so if you were to get the standard package that has the table service, if you wanted to eat at Cinderella's Royal Table, if you were lucky enough to get a reservation there.
Here we go.
You would need to use 2 dining credits for that one night. So if you're staying for, 3 nights and you use 2 credits for your first night, then you'd have to skip one day of a table service. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, so there are a couple of options. She talked about, one was the Cinderella's Royal Table, which is the restaurant that's in the castle. That one's 2 table service meals. Princess Storybook Dining at Akershus, that's in Epcot's Norway Pavilion, and then the Storybook Dining at Artist Point, where you see Snow White and some of the dwarfs and the Evil Queen. Those are all 2 table service meals. Then there's also, be aware that there's also a couple of options, or I think there's one option for 2 quick service meals. If you do dining in your room for a pizza, like if you get a pizza for in-room dining, I'm not sure if that means that they take it to your room, or if you order a pizza and you can pick it up from, say, like the cafeteria that's at your resort or anything like that, one pizza with one topping, I guess, and 2 drinks, single serve drinks, that is also considered 2 quick service meals. So you're going to get 2 of those allotments taken away as well. And that's for both of the dining plans. So I thought that said it in here somewhere, but I'm not seeing. Oh, here it is right here. So 1 large pizza, 2 single serving is 2 quick service credits. So you have to consider those when you're doing all this as well.
And that does say pizza pickup.
Pizza. Oh, it does say pizza pickup. So that wasn't on the other screen. When
It says stop by select quick service.
Yeah. So
location.
if you use
so that is not them bringing you to your room.
Yeah. So if you use your quick service, your dining plan to get pizza and you scan, it's going to knock off 2 of your quick service allotments. So to reiterate, it's a pool. You have 4 people in your party. That means you've got a ton of quick service meals. One person can use every single one of those. Now, in the past, what they've done is you can get multiple snacks. I think it's like 2 snacks or 3 snacks equals 1 quick service, but you have to inquire about that. That's not really written here. And if you use 2, I think 1 table service equals 2 quick services. Again, that's not written on here. That's kind of just one of those things that is just kind of an unspoken rule. You just have to ask basically, hey, I don't have any quick services left, but I have a table service credit. Can I use this for 2 quick service meals? You just have to ask when you get to the counter. And usually, like I said, unwritten rule, that's usually how it's been in the past.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll still be the same post-COVID dining plan. And with these quick service and table services, 1 non-alcoholic beverage and a dessert is also included.
Yes. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, Matthew, yeah. Most of your videos are of you eating.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Well, okay, so our videos used to be they were vlogs of our entire trip, and oh my God, they took so long to edit and put up, and then it was weeks after the fact, and I don't feel like there was enough views to get the amount of time that I was spending on those, and I like to have them for myself so I can go back and go, oh, that's what we did that day.
Also, shorts are now a thing.
Shorts are now a thing. So we're videotaping them. You see how old I am? I'm saying videotape.
You go with the trends. You're
videotaping towards a 1 minute or less clip, which I think is actually working better because we tend to ramble a lot, mostly me. And so anyway, that's why there's a lot of us eating, because people want to see things that are out right now.
And most of the videos you've seen out in the past couple of weeks have been of what we tried at
a Flower and Garden Festival.
That way, those of you that are going to the parks, if you are on the fence about trying something, we tried it for you, like the orange cream cold brew. Don't do it. I did it for you, so you didn't have to.
I wish I could put a link up here that says, what it was, but you are sharing. Oh. So let's see. Megan says, I feel like that could be a good deal. Oh, she was asking us if we like the dining plan.
It's very convenient.
Yes, and that's the big thing, is that it's convenient.
It's very convenient because you've already prepaid for all of your food. It's hooked to your Magic Band or the card, your phone, however you like to use your ticket as you're walking around the parks. So there's that. For pass holders, it's not good because you have to get a package, which includes tickets. When I tried this morning, it would not let me just do a room and a dining plan. You have to get tickets.
Yeah.
So for pass holders, not a deal at all. For non-pass holders, it could potentially be a good deal. I would try to do a lot of the math before signing up for that. Or if you just want the convenience of it, if you're going with older kids and they're not going to be with you constantly, you say, okay, you can go here and scan your band and have lunch, and we don't all have to meet up, and you don't have to give them cash.
Yeah.
They could potentially lose. So yeah, I think it depends on the family.
Yeah. For us, even if we got it, we bought it once. way before we were pass holders. Then we did the Disney dining plan that was included with the vacation. I thought that you could buy the dining plan separately. I thought we had done that once. Did we not? I guess we didn't.
Like without tickets?
Yeah, like I thought we had the option to, do you want to buy the dining plan versus getting the free dining plan including with the vacation.
I don't remember, but that probably would have been before we were.
Well, yeah, because we weren't pass holders till 2019. But the free dining plan, be aware when they offer the free dining plan, what they're doing is, let's see, we're going to try to keep the numbers even here. If your room is $100, what they'll do is they'll offer the free dining plan, but your room will now be $120 a night. So if you get just the regular room, it's $100 a night. If you get one of the discounts, it's $95 per night. But if you get the free dining plan, we're talking $120 a night. So be aware of that. You're not really getting a free dining plan. You're getting a discounted dining plan.
We could do a different stream or video about this. We could kind of go back and see what we have eaten semi-recently as far as quick service and table service, and do kind of a mock-up stay for January if we were, buying tickets. And
oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. And see how it actually adds up.
Now, Megan says, I feel like that would be a good deal, right? I have actually gone, and the last time we got the dining plan, I actually took all the receipts. Every time I'd go to the counter, I'd be like, can I get a real receipt? Because when you get the receipt, it just zeroes it out. But I want a real receipt. So they'll give you the real receipt. You just got to ask for it. And I'd had a whole spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet basically came out to what we paid for the dining plan and what we actually would have paid if we got every meal. And it basically broke even. We actually spent a little less. Like what we would have spent if I added up all the receipts was actually slightly less than what the dining plan actually cost. So, and I'm talking, we got the most expensive meals at
we were trying to get the most expensive thing.
So like you go to the, what's the barbecue place in Animal Kingdom?
Flame Tree Barbecue.
Yeah, there's a platter that's like $18 that you can get as a quick service meal, or you can get the $8 I just want chicken. They're both the same amount of credits, but one is twice as much. So we got the ones that are twice as much. We got all the expensive desserts. We got all the drinks. We got everything. And it came out to less than what we paid for the dining plan. Plus, there's so much food. There's so much food. So much. You don't think that 2 quick service meals and a snack and a drink are that much. Oh my God. You're like, the last day you're trying to get all the things. So you find things that you can just take home, and you're rolling around. Like if you had a wheelbarrow, your belly would be in the wheelbarrow. It's so much food. I don't know how people do the standard with a sit down table service meal. I don't know how people do that, because you got your table service meal, then you have your quick service meal and your snacks. Table service meals, man, when I go to buffets or ones that you're like, you're going to eat till you can't move. And so you sit in the chair and you nap for about an hour, and then they kick you out of the restaurant.
Yes, it's kind of like going on a cruise, Matthew.
Yeah, because you literally have as much food as you want, even though looking at it from the surface, it doesn't look like that much. It is a lot. But that's if you buy everything and use every one of your credits. I can't emphasize that enough. No one uses that much food. No one eats that much food. So on a regular day, we're going to go to the park. We're going to try a snack, or we're going to eat like at Casey's, and we're going to eat like a footlong hot dog and she gets her nuggets. That's pretty much it for the day. We may get a dessert somewhere. That's it. I can't eat any more than that. And maybe I'll snack on something when I get back to the room. But if I ate more than that, dang. Okay.
I don't think we said it. Brandon's rambling.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of feelings about the dining plan. Sorry.
No, I don't think we said it. Go back. Megan asked, can you put the dining plan on one person's account? I don't think you can. It's everybody in your party that you're booking for. It's applied to every day and every person. I guess if you wanted to, you could try to like split up how you're booking it and kind of skirt around the system. But if you're booking, your family of 4 for 5 nights, it's for the family of 4 and it's for all 5 nights.
Yeah.
But we will do that video for the updated pricing, kind of a mock-up, and compare it to stuff that we just ate for the most updated in-park pricing right now, and see how it compares.
Edward Smith, nothing is free at Disney. Man, are you not kidding?
Correct.
Everything. I think he's talking about my air quotes free dining. Yeah. Nothing's free. Yeah. It's kind of like,
I mean, you've paid for it in some fashion.
Yeah. It's kind of like people say, hey, you get the free pass holder magnet. I mean, you paid $1,300 for that magnet, but sure, it's free. So we get what, 4 or 5 magnets a year. Sure, they're free magnets. We just paid $1,300 for them.
Magnets.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. So it's like going on a cruise. Yes, Matthew, dining plan is like going on a cruise, or just basically it's all included, except for on a cruise, you never run out. On the dining plan, there's potential to run out. Yeah. Maybe you said it. Let's see what you said. Maybe you said it, but can you? Oh, we did. Okay. Get rid of that. Let's see. Edward Smith, and someone from Disney is watching this. Now they will be watching the Doofs and Disney account. I mean, that would be bad. I'd be all right with that because maybe we get more exposure. And maybe we could be like Megan and get all of the
we could be
media accounts.
Hosted.
Okay, so where are we off to next? That's all we're going to talk about for the dining plan. I know I rambled.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get Brian on a rant there.
All right. Annual passes. Annual passes for Disney World, surprisingly, a month later, are still on sale. While we were at Animal Kingdom, I saw a little thing that said, basically, find out how to upgrade your tickets to the annual pass. Down there, they had little booths at all the little kiosks. They had like pass holder services, and they had customer service people around the park. So they're still for sale. I don't have it pulled up on my website, but it's there, and they're still available. So, wow. Okay, so pass holder discounts. Right now, as of May 31st, and May 31st through June 30th, I believe there's 30 days in June. They up the discounts from our standard 20% for merchandise. It's right. Oh, it's on the back. That's where it was. I found my other paper that I didn't have. It's on the back of the other one. Anyway.
I can't.
Okay, so you get standard is 20% discount for merchandise, 10% on most restaurants that are table service restaurants. And then there's also some individual businesses like Joffrey's and whatnot that gave you 10% on their products. So if you didn't know, Joffrey's gave you 10% off as a pass holder, now you do. And knowing is half the battle. And then, all right. Well, now what they've done is they've upped the 20% merchandise discount to 30%, and they've upped the dining discount from 10% to 20%.
At select locations.
At select locations, yes. And I don't know what those select locations are, but let's take a look over here and see what we can find. I have
seen that some people are pretty disappointed with the selections of
the restaurants
that are offering 20%.
Is it here, maybe? I don't know. Hold, please. We're waiting for it to load. All right. Well, we'll go over here. Nope, not that. I guess back here. Okay. Oh, okay. That is not giving me what I want to know. So we're not gonna sit there on that page. However, for a limited time at Epcot Center, they are doing certain booths at the Flower and Garden Festival. I'm trying to get from behind here. Oh, can I move me? No, I can't move me. For a limited time, you can go to these flower and garden booths and actually get 20% off of every non-alcoholic option that they have there. So that's pretty nice. So make note of this. This is just on the VI pass holder page. You can go there and find this list. And so if you haven't tried something at the Flower and Garden Festival, go to these booths and everything there is 20% off. That's actually one of the nicer options that we have here for the discounts. Let's see. Oh, and then there's course, the pass holder magnets. That's right here. So the Figment pass holder magnet, which is right here, was released on the 31st. And that is actually why we moved our trip.
I had to move our entire trip. I had to shift all the days so that this person right here could get this magnet before we came home.
Oh, what now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I do not know what you're talking about. You don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
And any of y'all that know him are not surprised, I'm sure.
What? You don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Magnet. There we go. So we'll move you back over here and move you back over here so you can see our magnet.
Oh, look, it looks just like the picture.
So we got our magnets, and let's see. Oh, that's other days. We don't need to see those days. So we got our pass holder magnets. All right, but there's also something going on there that is the garden grill.
No. Where did that?
Oh, not the garden grill. My bad. I'm getting all behind. My things are not in the right place where they're supposed to be. Sunshine Seasons. There we go. There's a pass holder lounge in the Sunshine Seasons. So it's fun because you get let's see, there are pass holder themed tables. Look at all these things. Pass holder themed tables, Figment, of course. And these are all basically the magnets that they've had. Oh, there's Tia trying the drink that we got. Let me see if I can find it. There it is right there. So a Spark of Grape Shake. So they offered all these little exclusive options for treats. And it's interesting because it says $8.99. But what I'm thinking is that this is the standard price, $8.99 and $6.99 for the tart. But when I went and bought the milkshake, this one right here, it only cost me like $4.29. Mm-hmm. So for pass holders, that was $4.29. So I'm assuming that the tart is also about half price. So there are these options as well. And they gave you in the pass holder lounge a free pack of M&Ms. There was water. There were charging stations. There were they gave you a pack of peanuts, and it's just a little spot down there.
Yeah, and a sticker that is the same as the Figment magnet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's
Megan. You'll be having one of those coming to you.
This area is air conditioned, and it's just a nice little spot to go in and cool off, and get a little snack, and kind of recharge from your day at Epcot. Now, these snacks, I didn't look at the expiration date on the packages, but I feel like they might be stuff that were, I don't know, extra. I don't know. That they're trying to get rid of, maybe?
Probably. Because we were at the Disney Character Warehouse and the same M&Ms were there. So
for 99 cents.
For 99 cents, yeah. So.
But nonetheless, it was given to us. So it was like it was free.
Yeah. So I believe that is all of the news that we have here for all of the things. Oh, I was wrong. It was $94. I'm going to go back to this real quick and just give you these prices. So the standard with table service dining plan real quickly is $94.28 per day for adults. It used to be $78 per day for adults, and the quick service is $57 a day per adult, and it used to be $55. Now with the children's standard table service is $29.69, and that is actually down from $30.50 per day. Disney actually went down on something. And then the quick service is $23.83, down from $26 for children. So they actually went down on that one as well. So I digress. We're going to be done with that now. And I guess that's done with all of our news. So let's talk about our recent trip, because Megan asked about that earlier. Any questions about our recent trip? Let's talk about what we did. If you have questions, put them in the comments.
We were invited to go with some friends on a fireworks cruise. So that was probably one of the highlights, because that's something that we would probably never do, because those are pretty pricey and there's usually just the two of us.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. I think if we went with a big group, then, we would think about maybe doing that. But it was really fun. They provide snacks on the little boat, and
Snacks
you
and
do
soda.
kind of a tour around the lagoon.
Oh, yeah.
And the lake, and before you get to the spot where you actually watch the fireworks.
Yeah, the tour guide was very knowledgeable about all of the little things, and he was answering questions of behind the scenes stuff. We literally, if you've ever been to the Contemporary, there's the boat docks on the opposite side of where the Magic Kingdom is. So we went that way. And the first thing he said was, some of you all might be wondering where we're going. Well, I mean, we were in the boat, an hour and a half before the thing started. And I'm like, oh, okay, I thought we were just sitting on the water waiting the whole time. He literally took us around Bay Lake, which is the opposite side. That's the natural lake. All the way around that he gave us information on everything over there. And then we circled back around to the Seven Seas Lagoon and he gave us information. We got to watch the electric pageant parade that's been there for 50 years. We got to watch that on the water. So that was fun. Megan says, what's our favorite part of our trip? Well, I think that was our favorite part.
That, yeah.
That was our reason for going down initially, because my friend called me and he said, hey, when's your next trip to Disney? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, well,
in my head, it was already maybe Memorial Day.
So he was like, well, we have 2 extra seats on our boat. You want to come? And within like 10 or 15 minutes, I texted him a picture of the room that we had reserved, and we were going. So, and coincidentally, that's when all the VI pass holder stuff happened. So we had to adjust our trip a little bit. So let's see. That's our favorite part, Megan, was the fireworks tour. Matthew, did they shoot fireworks?
Yes, they shoot fireworks.
To be clear, what we were doing is we were watching Happily Ever After, which is the end of the night fireworks show, but we're watching it from the water, and then the music is piped in. If you go to our YouTube page, I actually have a video of the entire show from the water, so you can see what we saw. And it should be like right near the top, because I literally just posted it the same night, and I think that's all that's up there right now. Let's see. What was your favorite part? Fireworks cruise.
Fireworks cruise, yeah.
Susie says, too bad.
COVID.
Oh, COVID.
Yes.
Ruined our cruise. Oh, cruise, real cruise. Yes, it did.
Yes, we had a Disney cruise booked a few years ago, and
for Tia's
thanks
birthday.
COVID.
Yeah, we still haven't rebooked.
We had a big group trip. Susie, we're gonna have to work on that.
I will definitely go check that out after the stream. Oh, thank you, Carol. Appreciate that. Let's see what else. Okay, so that was day 1. No, that was day 2. Mm-hmm. Day 1, we did Splitsville, did some bowling, ate some food. Splitsville, by the way, it's right next to Everglazed and the movie theater at Disney Springs. Their food is fresh, never frozen. The same people own Everglazed that own that. So a lot of the food, it's not the same, but the same quality of food is at both places. So that is nice.
It's really good. So if you've never eaten at Splitsville, give it a try.
Yep. You're going to get a lot of food too. A lot of food, and it's good food, and they have a wide variety of things. Real quickly, the way that they do it is if you're planning to bowl, then you reserve a table, and they give you a private booth at your lane, and then you can order your food, all that kind of stuff.
No, Matthew, we did not. That was actually our plan too.
It was. We were going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy,
but it didn't quite work out.
It didn't. So we still haven't done that yet. That literally was our plan. That night we were going to go meet them for dinner. Then we were going to go and watch the movie. And then that was going to be the night. But we ended up not.
Yeah, everything just kind of ended up being later than expected. Like the reservation was at 7:30, but we didn't actually get seated until
God,
it was like
8
8:30.
something, yeah. And I think the first movie started at like 8:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had more fun hanging out with Richard and his family. So we did that instead.
But eventually, that is still on our list.
Yeah, that's going to be something we can do. I mean, we've got the movie tickets that Matthew has supplied us because they're AMC.
No, we did not see The Little Mermaid. We are going to wait to watch that while it is on Disney Plus streaming, and we have a plan for that.
We do have a plan for that. I think what we're going to do is it's not going to be live, but we're going to do a watch where we are watching the movie and we're going to be talking. Yeah, a reaction video where we're going to talk about the movie as it's playing. And we may have a friend over, possibly Nunley, who said she was going to be on the stream, but I don't know if she is, who is going to sit with us. And if anybody else wants to come and watch it as well, then we can all have a big, conversation party.
Yeah.
So, but that's going to be a month down the road whenever it finally comes out. So on Disney Plus. Has it been announced when it will be on Disney Plus? No, it has not been announced yet. But I'm going to assume it's going to be like a month because currently it's not doing great in the movie theater. So it probably won't be very long.
Yeah, it just came out in theaters on May 26th.
Yeah, it did really good its opening weekend, but it's made no money since. So chances are they're going to pop it over the streaming service. So
I'm trying not to read too many things or watch too many things about it before I see it. So.
All right, so that's day one and day two. Well, day two of our trip, we did the fireworks cruise, but we also spent the entire day at Magic Kingdom, and we just kind of walked around there. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot at the Magic Kingdom. We got there at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, so we didn't even get to see our friends that we were doing the cruise with because they left early to go take a nap before the fireworks cruise because there were a lot of little kids, and you gotta do the wrangling, and we understand that. So we kind of piddled around the park, kind of just tried some treats, which there will be a treat coming up. Fantastic Blondie. Oh my gosh. From the confectionery. That's very good. And then we did the fireworks cruise that night. The next day we did was that Hollywood Studios? Yes.
Yes.
Next day was Hollywood Studios on Memorial Day, completely empty. I was astounded by how empty these parks were. And I got my popcorn bucket, the Mickey's Runaway Railway one with the little basket, the little picnic basket. There's a picture of me that will pop up somewhere with me going with two of them because I got one for Richard, the people who invited us on the cruise. And I got to ride Rise of the Resistance twice in a row, which I haven't ridden in 3 or 4 years since it's opened.
Yeah.
Because the lines are always
10-minute wait.
It said, 10-minute wait.
10-minute posted wait.
Yeah, it took me 3 minutes and 6 seconds to walk through the queue to get to the ride. So it was not 10 minutes unless you walked real slow.
And we have a new restaurant review coming for you soon because we tried Woody's Roundup Rodeo.
That's
for the first time.
I forgot about that. That's why we went to MGM that day, because Woody's Roundup Rodeo. Food. To
more
give you Matthew, more food. The food was fantastic, by the way. I mean, there were some duds and there was some good stuff, but overall the food was very, very good. But we will give you our overall review when we post that video. So, how many pictures do you have on rides? Oh, well, crap. I
think you only did the 2?
I only have the 2, and I didn't think about it. We were actually rode Haunted Mansion, and Tia goes, "Where is your map at?" It wasn't there.
Because now the goal is for Brandon to have a picture on every ride that has a picture.
I'm going to see if I can pull this up so Matthew knows what we're talking about. Okay, start talking about other things. Let me see if I can find this picture because it's on Facebook. Oh, poop.
I think the next day we spent a large portion of the day at Animal Kingdom, which we don't normally do. That's not our favorite park. But we had to go so Brandon could get his Pumbaa popcorn bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we were looking for the Timon sipper. It was sold out until yesterday.
I literally went to Animal Kingdom to find the Timon and Pumbaa. And I knew that the Timon had been sold out, but there were reports that it was there. It was not there. But according to all the cast members, it had been gone officially for like 2 or 3 weeks. Then the day after we left is when they started to show up. all the pictures on the Facebooks. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And there's also the Mickey's 100 sipper for like, I think it was like $33. That also popped in the day after we left.
The Cinderella Carriage popcorn bucket available at Magic Kingdom is also sold out.
So I didn't get the Cinderella Carriage popcorn bucket either. Oh, thank you. So we're working on the maps. Hold on, because I have them in my thing here. So you can see what Matthew is talking about. Here we go. So I had pictures of me with the maps. Here we go. So here's the one where I'm on Guardians of the Galaxy. I finally found where the photograph was. And there's me with my Epcot map. So that's what he's talking about there. And then there's another one somewhere. Oh, and here's the one of me on Expedition Everest. And I have my Animal Kingdom map.
We also did a new fun thing that we've never done before. Go back up to that Pua picture.
Oh, yeah. This was at Animal Kingdom.
We did the animation experience, and the time slot that we went to, they were drawing Pua.
Mm-hmm. And I think the one right before us was Timon. So
I don't know.
But
luckily they had the kind of the outline there of his face shape. Otherwise, it would have looked way worse than this, because I am not an artist at all. But it was fun.
So yeah, we actually went. I think that's the first time we've ever actually been to the Rafiki's Planet Watch, because you have to take the train to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and they have all the stuff up there, the petting zoo and everything.
The first time in a really long time.
Yeah, we took the train up there one time. God, it was years ago, like 2017.
It's been so long, it felt brand new.
Yeah, but we never actually got off the train. We basically stayed on the train and rode it all the way back because it started raining. So we never did it, and we just never went back.
Yeah, we petted some goats.
We did the animation experience, so that was pretty cool.
Did we buy anything else? About this?
Yeah, this is this new artist,
Jersey?
Joey Chu.
I had to get it.
Actually, that's how you pronounce his name, Joey Chu.
I had to get it because
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry if that crackled into your ears, people.
I had to get it because of the hippo.
Yeah, oh my God, I wish I had some of his artwork up here, but I've been looking for these pins. I've also been looking for, well, there's 2 pins, but anyway, we bought,
Found one of the pins, did not find the other pin.
Yeah, okay, and we got the potted plant, the pot to pot a plant, because we really needed a pot for our plant that we have that's dying, and we needed a bigger one. So he was like, let's get that.
Found a bigger one.
And they're all embossed, and it's really cool. And coffee mug, and I did get the Pumbaa popcorn bucket, and I got the Runaway Railway popcorn bucket.
And I may or may not have gotten the Joey Chu Loungefly.
And I also got the Guardians of the Galaxy Skyliner popcorn bucket. Honestly, I got some pins, but I didn't buy a lot of stuff like I normally do, because our rule for this trip was we are not allowed to buy anything until the 31st, because that's when the 30% discount started. So we were going around taking pictures of everything. Like,
I might want this. I might want this. If I still want it in 2 days, then I'll get it when it's 30%.
So on the last day, we were literally going. We started, and there will be a video. But we started at Animal Kingdom. No, we started at Epcot. Went to Animal Kingdom. Went and parked at Magic Kingdom. Rode the monorail back to Epcot. Then went to Magic Kingdom at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So we didn't need to go to MGM because we had already been there and got everything that we needed from that park. There was one pin that kept selling out, and I bought that. She let me buy that early, and I also had the popcorn bucket, so
which you don't get discounts on anyway. So
yeah, so I didn't worry about the discount on that.
We also did a new fun thing on our resort room door.
Oh yeah, I have a picture of that. Hold on.
We put a pin board up on our resort room door, and let people as they were walking by just trade pins if they wanted.
Yeah, and we got notes on our door, and everybody was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Yeah. So we stayed at All Star Music. We weren't like in the best like high traffic spot for this.
But it was close enough to a pool where people going that way to get down to the pool. So there was that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were kind of like almost in a corner room where, I don't know, it just wasn't high traffic. So, but we did get a decent amount of new pins from people trading. So that was fun.
Yeah. So these are some of the pins we put up, and I think there's some traders up here already. So yeah, I mean, every day we'd come back and there were new pins. So that was nice.
Nunley, don't call us out. The justification of buying the planter. We have a plant. That is true. We do have a plant that is dying.
Everyone who's been to our house has seen it.
We only have one plant.
Yeah, because we kill everything. And somehow that one is currently still alive.
And it's a cactus. And it's looking terrible.
Yeah, because the pot is too small for it. And we need to repot it. So that's why we got that. Justifications. Yeah. So do this. Basically, this right here is the same cork board we have behind us here. All of this, it's like, I think it's like a 1/2 inch thick. It is really thick cork board. So you could put your pins in and it goes in. And then I just got some magnetic tape to put on the back. And then we just stuck it to the door.
Yeah. And we did have some people trade. We probably got, I don't know.
There was at least one every day.
Yeah, one day we came back and there was like 5 or 6 that were new. So we probably got all in all the whole trip about 10 to 15 different pins traded out. Yeah.
So it's a good, if you have kids, it's good. We actually saw it. We got this idea because we were at Pop Century. I'm going to say we were at Pop Century on a previous trip and we saw that and we were like, that's a great idea. And I have a ton of corkboard left after making this monstrosity. And so we kind of made what you saw here. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then our final day, basically all we did was we went to Disney Springs and then the Disney Character Warehouse. And if you don't know anything about the Disney Character Warehouse, that is where Disney kind of throws all their discounted merchandise after they're just trying to get rid of it. There's 2 of them in Orlando. There's one near Universal Studios and there's one near Disney Springs. Sometimes you can see stuff that is still in the stores. Like we did here. There was this 50th pin set for Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. I'm not sure. And it's got a whole bunch of pins. It's $100, but at the Character Warehouse, it was $60 or $70. I got the Epcot one months and months ago and it was like $40 something. But when we went to Disney Springs, it was still in the store there for full price. So shop around, get the best price.
And that's kind of our standard leaving day.
Yeah, like what we'll try to do sometimes is we'll come into town, we'll go to the one at iDrive, then we'll leave and we'll go to the one at Disney.
Yeah, we always hit Disney Springs for lunch before we leave, and we have to stop by Everglazed and or Gideon's and or Sprinkles for treats to bring back home for everybody. So
Nunley, our friend here, Miss Justification, she had to get her donut and then we got a donut for my parents and everything. So
yep. Susie got that maple bacon. Yep. She said she enjoyed it.
There she go. Yeah. Susie. Okay, well, I think that was our whole trip. Nice recap and the news for the week. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to start doing the news every week unless there's something that we are not here. Maybe we'll change the day, not sure. So that's our plan for the foreseeable future is on Sundays at 2:00. Join us for the news. Thank you all for joining us today. I saw that we had about 10 to 12 people pop in here, and we really appreciate it and hope some of this, at least some of this, was informational for you. And tell all your friends to join us on Sundays at 2:00. But until then, remember,
no capes.